Hey, it's the Market Sniper. Yes, and it is a Friday, end of the week. That means a weekly close for charts. And what chart am I going to be speaking about today? You might wonder. That's right, 16th of August, halfway through August. After a bit of a carry trade, semi-unwind, and a lot of risk offing for a while, who's just making a new high? Well, as we tell you in every single interview, my dearest precious friends, every time we repeat, there is one core element that we always say, and we start off with it first and foremost. You are in a debt-based collapse across the world. Yes, America especially, but also China, also all other parts of the world. A debt and therefore fiat-based collapse on account of you borrow money into existence, creating a T-bill accounting entry. There's the asset, someone must buy it, it'll pay a yield of tertiary extraction, and you borrowed this money into existence and you go buy your house from the mortgage created in the bank. Only problem is the government's a far bigger borrower than you. Oh dear, and some corporations too. So you, at the very top of the pyramid, are facing a debt-based fiat collapse. And that is the reason why the inflation is coming up after the events of CV19, particularly with an absolute splurge of money thrown. And many of you don't know that 23 trillion was given to banks while they were giving you 7. That is just a small element of what it took to tape up the Ponzi scheme following the 2019 repo market concerns. So today, heart of all things, we have precious metals. And what do we say technically about our precious metals? Well, this calls for the charts. Let's take a look. That every key structural event typically will lead to a bleed to the upside. We highlighted normally we would not consider that an upside structure, whether as a rising wedge or as a broadening structure. Is it a good thing? The only obvious one for further upside was here at the 2K. There was support. You are now closer to $3,000. Hear me now. We gave you this target. It was in the 1700s and 1800s, long time ago. 2900s will be there, possibly a technical run of the 3K before you get a little bit of pushback. Yes, we gave you that. And it was down. The biggest move, the best move recently is from the 2K break, which is absolutely would have trotted you up absolutely famously. However, since then, we have been doing a thoroughly impulse kind of complex strategy structure that looks something like that in a rising wedge. Again, a bigger version, where that be the fractal. This is the bigger version. You have smashed that capping descending bright line. You have squared up out of that broadening structure, which was the blue line that we had there, which could have been drawn in that way as well. And you are smashing to the upside. In short, most events where you are in some form of sideways chop and churn will lead to continuation. This is a macro bull. This is a macro bull. How many times you hear a save in gold ounces? Everything that you've saved so far, that by the way has gone up 10x since 23 years ago at $240, now at $2,500 and some change. You've done 10x in that period, and we've barely begun to fight. We haven't even really started to run. And what about the China stop buying? China stop buying. China stop buying. Remember Bloomberg, quick to add. Oh, no need to buy gold. No need to buy gold. China's stopping buying. They just had a little spurt. That's why it's gone up. Explain away the absolute lies, damn lies, and statistics that they keep throwing out at you. The fact of the matter is, debt collapse. We saw the IMF explainer, a little explainer on the IMF. Are you following us on X? The Market Sniper. A little explainer from the IMF says, coffee prices went up because of droughts and this and that. Coffee beans come from all over the world. The whole world didn't have droughts. Cacao's gone up even more than coffee. They also grown in different places. They didn't all have droughts. The whole reason is the dilution of the currency, the taxation that the proliferators and con artists are bringing to you in the form of inflation from the bottom up, whilst their marginal tax rates are cutting your head from the top down. They are squeezy Japanesey you. They're going to turn us all into Japanese, crust and small and going, konnichiwa. That's it. The way you save yourself from that is you own gold, you save in gold. That's right. Other news, other interesting news. Oh, I should have looked for the tweet on that. Other interesting news indeed was that from the beginning of next year, January the 25th, coming out of COMEX, NYMEX, palladium, platinum, silver, and gold are going to be date stamped. The bars are going to be date stamped from now on. I wonder what they might be doing, that they want to have a threshold date of 2025, 1st of January onwards on all bars going forward, that they've announced that all of a sudden on gold bars. Wow. And of course, platinum, palladium, and silver. So you've got to think, you should be buying right now, baby. Maybe it's a good idea to have the old version, 2024, between now and then. For that, look at our gold links below. Pure gold for rest of the world. But America, they will deliver to America too, but we have an American provider, ITM Trading, right below there. If you're America, get it delivered locally. Only Australia and Nigeria not done in the rest of the world. Most others done for sending you gold. And by the way, start now, get your 2024 year date gold. There's something behind that. You know I don't trust these guys. You know they are scammers. You know they're busy taxing you from bottom up. You're a couple, you're a two-working family, and you've never felt poorer by buying power. That is what they're doing to you. Do not save in their fiat currencies. Don't be deceived by milkshake theories and everything else that have you owning too many dollars. Keep some cash for sure. Save in gold ounces. All sorts of speculations, prognostications, and everything else. The simple thing, debt and fiat collapse, save in gold. Debt and fiat collapse, save in gold ounces. Save in gold ounces. Gold is dominant. It is making the new highs. It's the first runner. It's the God market. Stay with it. We can rotate more of our allocations into silver once we start to get the gold-silver ratio turn down and stay down and continue to break down. That will be when we'll be over-prioritizing silver. Buy gold ounces now. It is happening. New highs for the precious metal. And isn't it funny? This is in spite of prognostications, again, from the World Health Organization about the you know what I mean? In spite of all that, don't be caught short. If they do close downs and lockdowns and Mark IIs and everything else, you're going to have to watch it. This is your balance sheet item. If money goes from banks that you have yet to put into gold ounces, you will have lost out. You will have lost out. Okay, that's the technicals. Up, new high, squeezing up out of a rising wedge into a type 2, potentially type 3 runner. You can learn about type 1s, 2s, and 3s with us in terms of rising wedges technically, and why the safest thing I have been saying to the community, particularly in the last few weeks, and highlighting how gold only with all the risk off fell less than 5%, 4.7 odd percent in the worst via trade of everything, while the dollar absolutely spilled it, while tech stocks spilled it, while Bitcoin went from 70K to 48K. You buy gold for the insurance and the lack of downside volatility. Because when you need it most is the risk-off moment when everybody is getting hammered. And that's when you only get drawn down 5% from your all-time high, while everything else that you're told, volatility is a feature, you must embrace it, is dropping by 80%, 70%, 60%, and 30%. Gold. Okay, everybody, you've heard it from me. This is a quick update pointing out to the gold-based highs. Use our links below for continued updates. That's how you say thank you to me. You pay the same rates as me regardless. We get slightly recognized in small amounts. It's only through scale it's meaningful, and we appreciate you backing the likes of pure gold for the rest of the world, coming straight out of London, anywhere where you need it, and the likes of ITM trading in the US for your local US delivery. These are all good brokers that we have engaged with personally. You will pay the price I pay. Thank you so much for supporting us and leaving your comments. Where does this end? By the way, before I go, what about those bigger targets, you might say? What's the upside? Really, Francis, should I do this? What if I'm just buying the high? You might buy the localized high for a moment, but not for long, my friend. All entries get to be made good with the passage of time. The real theory that people should be talking about in terms of money is, in fact, the gold bug theory, not the dollar milkshake theory. You've got to get past 7.8 thousand. That is going to be a great move, and I think it comes far faster. We've recently used the analogy of being Usain Bolt's trainer and driving in the car alongside him while he's warming up and loping and chatting to him. And he's doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that and kicking his heels up and this. He has not yet even begun a canter, let alone a heel high kicking out and out world record setting pace that he is due to make. This is the beginning of a long cycle, and you should stay in the God market of anti-fiat deep into this move. This is a longer cycle and a longer move than we expect. You saw with the gold-silver ratio, the reversal, the industrial element is hurting silver relatively. Stay with the boss until the time and the levels change, for which we, inside our community, will be updating them first. And you can be part of that by clicking the first link below to book a call to become part of our self-study community with updates on a weekend and our live trading days automatically included, and all the theory and learning you need to be able to make decisions for yourself, plus seeing how we implement it in those sessions that we do live personally that everyone else is kept out of. And you will find out that you'll get the news before the news, utilizing HVF method and forensic detective work that goes with the technical footprints in the sand that absolutely show you one thing very clearly, that all the mass media will not be telling you, and that gold is the currency of choice. It is not a currency, it is real money, and that everything else is currency relative to it. You're making new highs on the gold Japanese yen, by the way. Actually, you're not. You're rebounding very strongly after that sell-off. You're a beautiful hammer after a shooting star. The yen had a period of extreme strength as all the excessive borrowing in yen in the carry trade that we've covered before in other videos has had to unwind. So it had a stabbing of real strength. Look at that buyback hammer and heading for the upside again. Watch for new highs there. Go and have a look at gold and euro. It doesn't matter the fiat. You will be across the board in new highs. Gold in euro terms today, what is the price, and is it also making a new high? You are at a candle level higher than you've ever been, and at a wick level you are very few percentage points below, and there was a period of obvious euro weakness at that juncture. You're about to make new highs in the euro too. You are right now off the all-time highs, less than 0.44%. So just to summarize, on a weakening, crushed dollar that can't even stomach its milkshake, never mind all the chiquilas that are coming down the pipe, you are already at new highs against the second largest, most significant trading pair in FX, the Euro USD. Against the euro, you are 0.44%, moving strongly up against euro before making new highs in the euros. And for those of our friends in the mud-swept island of Britain that are slowly realizing that having a WEF Prime Minister means you are going to be subordinated for your whiteness into an absolute pulp, mocked and absolutely kowtowed and provoked to the nth degree, and it's time for you to leave for sunnier climes. Leave them, take away your tax pounds, leave them to rot. For you, fine friends, you are 0.79%. You are less than 0.8% from your all-time high in pounds. And I can tell you this, that is one hell of a beautiful structure for upside in every level, if I draw it, which I will, in terms of this beautiful rounding cup that you have over here with the strong action and your little handles in there. Oh boy, this is great stuff. I would draw a neckline. I would have an inverted head and shoulders on a lower time frame somewhere across there. You are going up, friends. You are going up. Gold in pounds, up. Gold in dollar, new high. Gold in euro, less than 0.5% from high. Gold to new highs. That's it. That's what's coming, and it's coming fast. And then we get serious. Not when we're at new highs. Hussein is still just wiggling his hips and warming up his quads. A little bit of a quad stretch. Oh, yes. Oh, and the other one. Oh, yes. He's getting ready to race, friends. And by the time he starts racing, you ain't catching him. You ain't getting in. If you're not on this journey, you're not already in your car, you're being left behind. So holding it physically is the only option. For those of you that have small amounts, the bullion vault link, buy your proxy internet gold. It's not physically held in any reliable way for you, but you get the upside, get to a certain round lot amount, sell it out, buy the gold. You can get the upside in the meantime while you're saving $20, £50 a month, whatever it can be that you can afford. That is moving forward. It'll move forward faster than you retiring your debt. Have some gold. Start now. Links below. Pure Gold, ITM Trading, Bullion Vault. To join our community, to truly understand that this is the biggest macro bull that everybody needs to be in and that we've been making the case for this. We'll never let you forget it. We'll do the individual setups. We are trading leverage long at the same time, adding additional gold ounces by making profits in various platforms on account of the outlook for this precious metals based on the collapse. And I sound so nihilistic and so black-pilled about the doomsday of the fiat and debt systems. There is no major collapse that does not create an opportunity. Crisis, opportunity, the Chinese phrase, they go hand in hand. We focus on the opportunity to see you build wealth in reset times. Do not fall asleep on this watch. You need to move. You need to be nimble. You need to take action in terms of where you live, in terms of how you invest. We help you with that. Thank you for watching. Share and hit the likes. Appreciate it. Bye for now.